We would love to know who's joining us tonight. So if you haven't already, please go ahead and type your name and your child's school in the chat box. And while you're doing that, I'll take this moment to introduce myself. My name is Daisy Guerrero, and I'm one of the parent liaisons on the Round Rock ISD parent team. I'll be one of your hosts for tonight. And I'll be joined by Kimberly, Kate, and Jackie, who will introduce themselves. Let's start with Kimberly.
Thanks, Daisy. Hi, my name is Kimberly Peterson, as Daisy said. I am one of the parent liaisons. It is so great to see so many familiar faces. Thank you for attending our sessions this year. Again, I'm seeing lots of familiar faces. I know you'll love this session as well. So thank you so much for being here. Tonight, I'm going to be your chat monitor. So I am fully engaged in this, but you may see me looking a little bit to my other monitor on the right because I want to be sure and I don't want to miss anything in the chat. I look forward to hearing from you. So please don't be shy tonight when using that chat feature. We want to make this interactive and I'm so excited you're here. I'll turn it over to Kate.
Hi everyone, I'm Kate Gallinan. I'm also one of the parent liaisons. I have 3 kids at home, so I am excited to learn new ideas and hopefully share with you some tips from our house. But we'd love for this to be a time where you can tell us what you're doing at home as well. I know it always helps me to get ideas from other parents. So thank you for being here with us tonight.
Thanks, Kate. I'm Jackie Syriac, also on the parent team, and I am excited, like everyone else, to be here. I don't have little ones at home anymore, but I'm thrilled to be able to partner with you and get some of your ideas, like my teammates said, because we're trying to make this interactive and really share ideas together. So I can't wait to use them on my 3-year-old nephew.
That's awesome. Thank you, ladies. So while you're only seeing 4 of us tonight, we're actually a team of 9 here in our Round Rock ISD, and we serve various campuses across the district by connecting families to the wonderful learning happening every day. So our goal is to partner with families like you for your child's success. Now, speaking of partnering together, it's easy to chat with us tonight. So all you have to do is click on the little box with lines, which is located at the bottom of your screen, and then just type away. And don't be shy about using the chat. We're really looking forward to hearing your ideas and suggestions too. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and get started. Jackie, can you start us off by sharing our goals for tonight?
Sure, Daisy, I'd love to. First, we're going to discuss how to promote conversations, math talk, around 3 areas: shapes, measurements, and patterns. And our second goal is to explore ways to use a 10 frame. So this is a 10 frame student pack. You're actually going to get this tonight as a thank you for attending. A 10 frame is a tool that's often used in the classroom to promote counting, but we're going to talk a little bit about how you can use it to promote math talk around shapes, measurements, and patterns too. So campus teachers gave us some great ideas on how to use this. You're actually going to get in this 10 frame 2 blue frames and 20 double-sided counters. And so I'm super excited to share this with you. So families, please stick around to the end of the session because we'll be asking you for some info so we can actually mail you this free fun resource. So be sure to stick around to the end. But before we get to that, let's take a look at why math in the early years is so important. And Kimberly is going to lead us through that.
Thank you, Jackie. I was so excited to share this information with you. I'm a big why person. And so to tell you why math in the early years, that just spoke to me. First, children love math ideas, even though they don't even know that they're actually doing math. Young children, they're natural learners. Like, take a look at this adorable picture on the slide. This little baby is actually Kate Gallinet's daughter. She's one of our presenters for tonight. And if you notice what she's laying under, there are shapes hanging off her toy. Babies are drawn to math just immediately. my own kids, they're grown now, but they had a similar toy when they were young and they loved laying underneath it. I never put together that I was actually fostering math and math concepts. To me, it was just, oh my gosh, it's occupying them for 5 minutes so I can go change the laundry or wash a bottle or something. So babies and kids are natural math people. Children, they make sense of the world around them and they connect to their environment by exploring, talking about math concepts and ideas. And that's with you, doing that with you, their families. Early childhood math is also so important because it's closely connected to later academic success. I know right now you're thinking my child's in pre-K or my child's in kindergarten. You know, that's where I'm focused on, which is great. But I want to tell you, by doing some of these strategies or tips that we're sharing with you about math, by starting this now, it really is going to lead to academic success later on down the road when they're in middle school and high school. One of the sources, the National Institute of Health, confirmed that learning to compare and manipulate quantities, which is math, are early skills that are key predictors of school age learning and performance later. So this data, it just makes it all the more important for families for you to math conversations early and often. So we really hope you'll get that from this session and be able to start implementing some of these ideas immediately in your families.
Thank you so much for that, Kimberly. Like, we often joke, right, in preparation for these sessions that our kids are much older now and how we wish we had some of these sessions for when our kids were little ones, because how much more math talk would we have been doing, right, outside in the playground, so many places.
Exactly. And we were already doing so much, which I know so many of you are doing. You don't really correlate it though to this is actual math talk, and just adding a little bit or being a little more intentful with it. It's all you need to do.
Exactly. Well, we know that math is all around us, and we want to take that knowledge and use it to intentionally support learning at home, in the car, everywhere, really. Now we want to get your ideas. Look at this image of a home on the screen there. It's just a visual representation of the different spaces we usually find in a home or in an apartment. So please tell us in the chat, what rooms can you find math talk in? What kind of math conversations are you already having with your little one? Because trust me, there is a lot already happening. Well, we learn from each other, right? So we just want you to share your thoughts. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just a safe place for you to share your thoughts and for us to get some ideas. And while you're doing that, Kate, can you give us a few ways that you're already connecting math to everyday items with your kiddos?
Yes, and actually I look at this picture and every time I'm thinking of a different idea here. So there's really lots of different ways that you can incorporate math. For me, my eye is drawn first to that upper left bedroom because it looks just like my kids' bedroom. We've got bunk beds, they share a room. And when you have two kids in one room, there's a lot of toys and a lot of clothes everywhere. So I don't know about you guys, we're right before spring break and I have been trying to do a little bit of spring cleaning. So one way that we do math in our house is to count pairs of socks, put them in the laundry, look around your room, count, pick up all of the pairs of two, right? Same thing with toys. Maybe a color. I say, look around. Do you see anything that's red that you can pick up? And then we count how many things we found that were that color.
Those are great ideas. We have so many ideas coming in from the chat. Thank you so much for participating. The laundry area, which is what you had kind of mentioned, Kate, timers and clocks. That's true. So many of the rooms in our homes have clocks in them. The kitchen, so much math around the kitchen, measurements and cooking, the playroom. Oh, here's a good one. Count the number of steps on the stairs. That's a great idea when you go up or down the stairs with your kids to count them. The backyard, timing screen time, counting snacks. One guest put in the office. Oh, absolutely. we make it a race or a competition. So it sounds like you guys are already incorporating math as much as you can. But this visual is just to show you that math can be used in every single room, everywhere, including outside, parks and playgrounds.
Thanks so much, especially to our guests who shared their ideas in the chat. We really appreciate it. So I'm really excited for this next session, this part of our session where we're going to go over how to foster conversations around 3 specific math concepts, and we're going to start with shapes. So shapes are the building blocks, as you know, of geometry and spatial awareness. And we are going to watch a video that models a parent talking about shapes at home. I know we're all on different devices, so don't worry if you have any tech issues or delays with the video, just stick with us, don't worry at all. This video is coming from RRISD, and RRISD is a free district resource. If you're in our pre-K program, you might already have access to this, but if you're not receiving their short videos and would like to, be sure to check the box for RRISD. It's going to be on the survey at the end of tonight's session. You're going to get a lot of free ideas of what to do at home in these short videos, and what I love is that the videos are in Spanish too. So let's take a look at this video together.
Okay, today I thought that we would organize our pantry by similar shapes. You think you can help me with that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, what do you notice about these items? Are some round?
Yeah.
And some are square or big? Okay, how about we separate these items by items that can roll and then items that cannot roll? Show me which items can roll. Okay, how about we test it? Sure. Can it roll? Good job. Okay, what other item do you think can roll? Okay, and do you see anything else that might can roll? Good job. What do you notice about this shape?
It's a circle.
A circle, yes, on the top and on the bottom, a circle again. And you see how it's round? This shape is called a cylinder.
Cylinder.
Yes, good job. So we'll put these over here. Now, what do you notice about these? What shape do you see? What is this? A rectangle? Do you think that this can roll?
No.
How about you test it and see if you can get it to roll? Oh, no, it's not gonna roll like the can did. This is called a box, okay? Yes, so we're gonna leave these over here. And so we'll keep one side of the pantry with the cylinders and we'll keep the other side with the boxes. All right, thank you so much for helping me. It's gonna be so much easier to find these items that I need.
Well, we already have guests like Syra who said how much she loves RRISD. I'm glad you enjoyed that as much as we did. Remember, there's a scope and sequence when it comes to early math skills. So usually students identify a triangle, for example, and then they learn how to draw a triangle. And they learn 2-dimensional shapes like a circle, and then they progress to 3-dimensional shapes like a ball. So there's a natural progression and children learn at different rates. And this is all to say, basically, there's no rush. Maybe your conversations are going to look just a little bit different. Maybe you're not going to be progressing the way you think you are with your child. No worries at all. Shapes are just fantastic to reinforce at home. By the end of kindergarten, students are asked to correctly name shapes. So you're really just reinforcing at home what they're learning in the classroom. And now we're going to give our attention to Kate. She's going to give us some great tips on how to create conversations around shapes using both the 10 frame and other things around the house. Thanks, Kate.
Thanks, Jackie. So tonight we just want to give you a couple of suggestions, an idea, maybe somewhere to start with shapes. So in this case, you can ask your child, can you draw a triangle or a circle or a rectangle, square, whatever your your favorite shape or their favorite shape is. And then in your kit, you will see that it comes with a set, hope you can see that, of 20 counters. They're little circles. And as you can see on the slide, you can use these little circles to outline the border of the shape that you have drawn or your child has drawn. Also, like I just said, you can go ahead and draw the shape. Every child has different abilities in that area at this age. So feel free to draw a shape or two and have them use the circle counters to make that border. Now I have one child that would have no interest at all in drawing me a shape. So I might take all of the counters, there's 20 of them, and dump them out on the floor, and let's make that shape together. And not even do it on paper first. So I hope that one of those ways you can see might work best for your child at home to practice making some shapes. And remember, it's really anything around the house that you can do this with. These counters we hope to get you soon in the mail. I know we're about to go on a break, so I'm not exactly sure when they'll arrive for you, but there's all kinds of things that you can use around your house. For us, we have a million billion Legos. And so these little blocks, all different sizes and shapes, are great for tracing shapes on the carpet, on papers. You can use crayons, cotton balls, anything at all to make the outlines together. It's a fun way you can do math a little differently in your house.
Thank you so much, Kate. I love that this session is happening right before spring break, because I know parents will have some extra time at home with their kiddos, and like cotton balls. That's what stood out to me just now, because I always have those around. So when my nephew comes to visit, that's what we're doing. Well, our next focus area is going to be measurement. And this next Ready Rosie video that we're going to watch together, it does a great job of illustrating that we can use lots of different things besides a ruler or tape measure to measure. So let's take a look together.
Hey, while we wait for our food, let's do a little investigation. Let's measure the width of the table in sugar packets. Now, can you estimate or guess how many sugar packets it will take to measure the width of the table? One. Can you estimate though? How many sugar packets do you think it'll take?
What do you think?
What do you think, Jones?
All the way across.
All of them.
All of them? What do you think? 10? All right, now we have to lay them end to end to make sure we get a very accurate measurement, okay? We're getting close. All right, it looks about at the end. How many do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9, and there's a little space, so we'll just say 9.5. All righty. Now, let's try to measure the width of the table in menus. Can you estimate or guess how many menus it will take?
2.
2? That's a good estimate. You want to put the last one up there? All right, it looks like a little more than 2.
I wonder why it took more sugar packets than it did menus. Do you know why?
Why did it take more sugar packets?
Because those are little.
Because these are littler. Good job. Oh, here's our food.
I love how the chat is showing that many of our families are already receiving Ready Rosie videos and taking advantage of this. And just to let you know, the survey at the end, there's going to be a spot where you're going to click yes if you want to receive those videos. They're a free resource, and they also are produced in Spanish. So stick around for that. In the video, I liked how the family extended the activity with some higher level questioning. They said, How come it took more sugar packets than men used to measure the width of the table? And maybe your child would benefit from that extension. You know your child best. So keep in mind, there's no need to rush. All children learn at different rates. They might like an extension, they might not. You can always talk to your child's teacher to discuss where your child is on the road to growing their specific skills. So using math words and ideas related to measurement is important because students in kindergarten, they're already using words of comparison, using words like longer, shorter, heavier, lighter. So I think you'll really benefit from just reinforcing that at home. So we're going to turn our attention back to Kate, who's going to show us how we can use the 10 frame to support conversations around measurements and using other things around the house as well.
Thank you. So our 10 frames with our little circle counters, these make an absolutely fabulous measurement tool. So as you can see there on the slide, you can find something around the house, maybe look in the junk drawer, in the toy closet, something that might be fun to measure. We picked a crayon and a spoon, anything around the house. And then ask your child, can you estimate the length using the counters? How many counters long do you think it's going to be, right? Estimate for us. And then go ahead and lay them, have your child lay them out to see. These are fun to stack either color, and you can even do red and white, make a little pattern there, but go ahead and line them up and see which one is longer or shorter. And you can ask the extension why, or how do you know that one is longer or shorter, and even count them together to see which one is more or less. So in this case, of course, we don't know exactly when you'll get your packet. So you can use all different things around the house to measure in the meantime and anytime really. For us, we enjoy measuring each other's shoes. It's been fun with 5 people in the family to see who's got the biggest shoes. I'd love for you to stick some ideas of things you might measure or what you will measure with, what you will use as a unit of measurement. For us, an idea for that, we have a tree in the front yard that just drops acorns and acorns and acorns all the time in the spring. So when we're outside, this is the perfect tool, the perfect math unit measurement to line up our acorns and see how many acorns tall we are.
That's a great idea, Kate.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
They're everywhere. You know, when my kids were young, as Jackie was saying earlier, I never thought to measure anything other than an actual ruler, go grab the ruler, go grab the tape measure. And I would try and make it a fun thing to do, but it never occurred to me, oh my gosh, let's use other things to measure and compare links. So it looks like you guys already have this down. I'm seeing lots of great ideas. Rocks, that's fun. When you're at a playground, there's gravel all over the place. You could have them measure things. Straws, pipe cleaners, Q-tips, leaves. Oh, leaves would be a good one. There's hopefully over spring break, we're all going to be outside and in our front yard or backyard or on playground and parks. And we can just use those things and just kind of trick the kids a little bit and have a math lesson with them while they're playing. Legos and toys. So as you can see, you don't need a ruler or a tape measure to measure. You can measure with all kinds of things and make it fun for your kids.
So true. A big thanks to everyone who contributed to the chat. And, you know, this is just a great way to increase math vocabulary and increase their word bank around just words of comparison. So I love this. I can't wait to use this with my nephew. So now we're on our final focus area, and that is patterns. Understanding patterns helps your child make educated guesses, understand math relationships, and really lays the groundwork for math in upper grades. So this final Ready Rosie video, it's showing us really how simple it is to use a deck of cards to reinforce patterns. So let's watch this one together.
All right, Gideon, today we're going to work on recognizing patterns. So I'm going to put a pattern on the table with these cards, and I want you to tell me what pattern you see, okay?
Red, black, red, black.
Okay, is that a pattern? So what would come after the black?
Red.
Red? Is that all?
2 reds.
2 reds, okay. Was that easy or hard? Easy. Now why don't you try to do a pattern, buddy? Okay. I think I see a pattern. All right, so we have red, heart, diamond, club, heart, diamond, club, heart, diamond, and club. Is that your pattern? And then the colors are the red, red, black, red, red, black, heart, diamond, club.
So what will we get?
A red diamond, and then a black club.
I love how the child in that video, he was so thoughtful, wasn't he? Heart Diamond Club. I mean, our little learners are just so smart. They pick up things so quickly and they're such sponges, as that video really illustrated. In the classroom, pre-K students are patterning all the time. They repeat phrases of songs in a particular order, and they even move in a specific sequence like clap, clap, stomp, stomp, clap, clap, stomp, stomp. So hopefully you're sensing a bit of a pattern here. We are going to bring our attention back to Kate, and she's going to talk about patterning using different things, including the 10 frame.
All right, thanks, Jackie. So the 10 frame is a great tool to model different patterns and to have your child maybe try a couple of different patterns. So in this case, we recommend maybe starting your own pattern. You can use the frame part of the kit. It's a nice blue frame here, and you can go ahead and start a pattern like there on the screen, maybe red, red, white, white, red, red, and then ask your child, do you see a pattern? And then can you continue the pattern? And the goal here isn't necessarily for your child to put the right colors in. We have a couple of different lots of different ages and stages here with us. So just let them give it a try and see if they can start with a pattern like that. Now, of course, you can get as complicated as your child is interested in here with patterns. It can be fun to try all different kinds of patterns using this 10 frame kit. So be creative. Of course, you can do patterns all over your house with anything you have as well, especially while you're waiting for this to arrive in the mail. So in the last slide, you saw a few toys lined up. That was actually my dining room table right there, and some of my son's toys here at the house. And he has all different color blocks. So the first row was red block, I think, blue block, long one, red block, blue block. And then we also have dinosaurs, lots and lots of dinosaurs. So making different patterns of different types of dinosaurs is fun for him.
and he can sort of catch on when I start one that maybe is a little bit more challenging than he's seen before. So start at your own pace. Don't rush your child or try to hit certain expectations at all. We just want to keep them interested in the math concept of making patterns.
Thank you, Kate. So just a quick recap. Math, it's everywhere. It goes well beyond the classroom. As the videos modeled, this can happen while cleaning your pantry, while sitting in a restaurant waiting for your meal to arrive, or just playing a game with your child. And then as Kate modeled, she modeled different ideas and activities that you can do around these ideas using the 10 frame that you're going to receive for joining us tonight. So we really hope after tonight, you leave with at least one new idea in supporting your child around these math concepts. These daily conversations around math, like shapes, measurements, and patterns, they really do contribute to later academic success.
Now, thank you for joining us this evening for our Family Connection series. You can check out all the upcoming sessions we have planned at our parent programs website, and you can register there as well. We hope to see you again soon. Stay safe and stay well. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much, everybody.
To see you next time. Have a good night.